Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are watching from. I'm Rebecca. I'm a stay at home mom of three and also a digital business owner. Today, I have a special guest all the way from Sydney, Australia. I have Leanne with me. Hi,
Hello.
Leanne.
Hello,
Thank you very
everybody.
much for coming on to my go live, my day 7 of my 10-day go live. So today we are going to ask Leanne to tell us all about how she, um, you know, built this successful digital business. And of course, let's start with an introduction from Leanne.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Rebecca. My name is Leanne. I'm from Sydney, Australia. I'm a mum of four. I'm a foster mum to the youngest one of those. And I'm a grandmother of two. My background is in pediatric nursing and also music and art. Played the band circuit when I was younger. And yeah, and now I'm a digital business owner as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow. I don't know how you do it. Like four children with a foster child with special needs. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, she does. She has special needs. Yeah, fully
Yeah.
dependent on
Um,
me.
yeah, which is amazing. So, I would like to go on and ask, what was the pain and struggles before you started this online business?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question. At the time, before I started this business, so I was busy in the routine. I was a stay-at-home mum at that stage with my foster daughter, balancing my time between doctor's appointments, therapy sessions, school, scenarios, and then also juggling my time around my husband, who's a pediatric nurse as well. So that's shift work. Trying to keep my marriage alive. You know what it's like. When you've got children, you've
Yeah.
still got to spend time
Yeah.
with your husband to keep your marriage alive, and also all the needs of my growing children and their families as well, and my grandchildren. And so at the time I found the business, I I sort of had lost myself a bit in that routine of things. I
Mm.
was really worried about my foster daughter's future because I know that, like, she's 10 years old now, but when she's 18, she's going to need something to support her, with all the different supports that are available for her now. And I was starting to look for ideas on how to set up a business for her future. I know I was really worried about what was going to happen to her if anything happens to me, um, who would take on the care of her. So there's those things that I was worried about. I was feeling a little bit of guilt as well because I was a stay-at-home mum and thinking, I'd really like to help my husband bring money into the home, feeling guilty that I had the luxury of being home with the kids while he was doing all the hard yards nursing, and providing income for the family. So I had that as well. And I also had that feeling of being really lonely, because when we took on care of a child with special needs, it's very confronting for some people. So a lot of our activities had to stop because it didn't cater for her needs. So I became a little bit isolated at that stage as well. So they were probably my biggest things: the isolation, the fear of our future, feeling guilty that I wasn't helping my husband, all those sort of things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it must have been difficult. I understand, the isolation. I understand the guilt of wanting to help your husband more.
yeah,
To be able to relieve the stress off his shoulders. I
yeah,
understand all that. Yeah,
yeah. And I think
as
I'd
fellow
I'd lost
stay-at-home
myself
mom.
a little bit. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
really,
understand that part too. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it really is not easy as a stay-at-home mom, and it really is. Yeah, that's
it's,
why we. a lot of us, we thought that going back to the physical job would be
Mm.
the solution, but at the same time there's
And you
someone
have
who depends on us. Yeah, so which
yeah,
is the the struggle that we have, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, well, that's right. And I had the same thing. Like when I was nursing, my children were young, and I had that same struggle. You know, I was going to work looking after other families' children, and my own children were being looked after by somebody else. And then I had that guilt I had to deal with as well. So, you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
get that.
yeah. Which was what I was worried about when I wanted to go back, and like, if
Yeah,
I were to go and take care of other children and then my children is being taken care of by someone else,
by
would
someone
that be
else.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's very real. That struggle's there. Yeah, no
yes,
matter where you are in the world. Yeah.
yes. Okay. Well then, how about um the next question that I have for you? Why did you decide to have this online business?
Yeah, the main reason, like I said before, was the flexibility. Was
Yeah.
a huge thing for me because it was online. I was already online, so I knew I couldn't really add anything else into my day. I had to look at what I was doing in my day and replace something. So what I replaced was my time that I was spending on the internet playing cards and building virtual reality games and things like that
Yeah.
to numb my brain,
Mm-hmm.
and get a bit of time back for myself. I replaced that time with my digital business. So I was using my time more wisely. And that's the reason why I chose this business platform. And also, one thing that really inspired me when I was looking was the fact that this business actually has a legacy aspect to the business. So you can build a business and then pass it on to your family. And
Yeah.
that ticked my box, the box that fear that I had for my daughter, for her future financially, that tick that box, and I can build this business and I can set it up for her. And so that's really exciting for me. So that's another reason why I decided to do this particular business as well. There are many different things out there, but I love the fact that I didn't have to have inventory. I don't have to sell things. So I don't
Yes.
have to spend, I'm not spending a lot of time doing that manual side of the business. The system takes care of that for us, so we don't have to worry about it. So all I need to worry about is actually showing up for my business and letting people know that I'm here and that I can help them and
Yeah.
supporting people. And I can do that, and which really met another need that I had, which was the isolation need, because now I'm meeting people like yourself, Rebecca, all over the world. And I love that. I just love people. I love hearing people's stories. I've realized I'm a bit of a storyteller. I love connecting people with each other, and one of my big dreams is to actually one day to be able to travel and meet all the people that I've met in through this business. So that's another reason why I chose online business, because I'm traveling and I'm seeing the world through the eyes of the people that I'm meeting, and that's just it's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah,
Yes, yes, exactly. Which was why when I started, I was really excited to be able to know that, there are really thousands of people around the world where,
yeah,
if we travel, sometimes we don't know about the place, and we just want to get out there, and we don't know people. When you have someone sometimes, the travel agency or something, they might not, they will just bring us to places where it's like expensive and stuff like that. But if you have friends and you get to connect with people, that's a
yeah,
whole different story out there. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
It's
so
so
I was
true. Yeah,
excited to know people all around the world. It's like so exciting, and like, yeah, to know the different cultures and know the different places and see all the beautiful sceneries and everything. It's like, wow.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
amazing how this gives us so much more than what we bargained for, what we
Yeah.
looked for.
And
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. Like the community is just amazing. Like it really puts faith back in my heart for the community as all over the world. There are some amazing people out there, and we
Yeah.
often hear all the negative stories, but this has really opened my eyes. There's so many nice people in the world, some beautiful, beautiful people, and we get to see that as a part of this business. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, Leanne, I have one last question for you.
Yep, sure.
May I know what is the biggest change that you have experienced since you started this online business?
No more guilt. I've and the self development for myself. I was quite a shy person in the way that I didn't really like to be on, like, doing go lives, for example. I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. I was very negative towards myself, and I was actually a little bit mean. I would never be mean to other people like I was to myself. So I guess really I've learned to be comfortable in my skin a bit more. It's still a journey. I'm still dealing with it. So that's been the biggest change that I've experienced. The no guilt, because I know that I'm working on something amazing for my family, and because I get to see other people experience that as well. Things like, going on holidays, buying homes for their family, bringing their family to live with them from overseas. That's a huge one that I love to see, because I just don't. I don't want to live with regrets anymore, and I don't need to do that because I've taken that step to start something amazing in my life. So I guess I've got hope to start dreaming for things for myself, not just for my family, but now I'm actually dreaming for me, and it's okay. I've given myself permission to do that, and I think for a long time I'd put all that aside and thought, no, that's not possible. But now, you know what? It is possible. So I've got hope back, which is great. Yeah, but I think the biggest, like when you say the biggest change at this point in my life, in my journey of being a business owner, is definitely hope, and having a clearer direction and stronger direction for my life. And yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. I
That's
mean,
what,
I totally resonate with you, like exactly what you said. Like, before we started all this, the guilt and everything, like being camera shy, we didn't love ourselves that much because we're always giving to others, and our attention is always on others. So being hard on ourselves is one big thing for us, and I
yeah,
totally can resonate with that point. But yeah, the
yeah,
biggest change like we see in ourselves now is because we have so many people encouraging us and being there for us to bring us to another level of confidence is amazing. And I'm so glad that I got to know you through this. And just it is amazing how everyone can connect just by e-meeting,
yeah,
by doing this is really very interesting and exciting for me, because this would never happen if I never took this step. Which is maybe the very last question, which I didn't type out, but
yeah,
do you have any advice to the audience, those who are watching, and any
yeah.
advice to them on what uh, and how we should go about doing this?
Yeah. Yes, certainly. I do actually. So my advice would be to ask questions, to get to know Rebecca more and see her journey. But check it out for yourself. Go and have a look at the webinar. It's free, just so that you know what it's all about. But yeah, ask questions, because that's what we're here for. And don't be shy. You can. Sorry, you probably hear my daughter in the background. She's laughing at me, but yeah, check out the webinar for yourself. And one thing that a lot of people say to me is, I wish I had have started. I wish I had have taken that step and started a year ago, because I would be so much further on. and
Yeah.
I'd be really rocking my business by now if I had have found this earlier. And so, yeah, one thing that I would say is just trust yourself, take that little step, go and check out the free things that we've got available. And then if it resonates with you, then at least you've got that understanding about what it's about. Don't live with any regrets. Do what you can with what you've got, and just take that step of faith. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I would suggest. And I know right today we had a live webinar. I think it's almost over about the business,
Yeah.
but people can actually see a replay from that. So it's a great time to reach out to Rebecca and just get a link so that you can watch it. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
Thank you,
welcome.
Leanne. Thank you everyone for watching, and we're a bit off time, but thank you for staying tuned and tuning in to this day 7. And tomorrow we'll be having another guest, a special guest, my friend and my coach. So stay tuned, and same time. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.